Your judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, good to see you.
Good morning, Maria.
Interesting that he's blaming Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I'm smiling because there are so many allegations on both sides of this, and we may never know what the facts are. I don't think all of this is going to come to litigation. But here's a couple of basics. We have the clash of property rights because he leased that space for a purpose which suddenly became, the space was unusable for that purpose, and First Amendment rights. He can exclude people from coming in there, but not on the basis of what they believe. He can't stop Bernie Sanders or John Kasich or Ted Cruz supporters from coming in, but he can toss people when their behavior prevents him from using the property for the purpose for which he leased it. Having said that, the cases are very clear. The First Amendment requires, tolerates, and contemplates breathing room. It tolerates a little bit of disruption. Disruption is as traditional a First Amendment expression as is giving a speech. So we don't know what happened in Florida. Donald Trump says the police told him not to come in. The police said, you can go in and we'll keep you safe. The law is the police have to protect his First Amendment rights. They have to protect the rights of the people in the room to hear him, and they have to protect the rights of the people who want to protest to a lawful, non-disruptive protest. Now, running up on the stage is obviously disruptive and criminal, but standing outside the building and chanting whatever they want to say about him is protected speech, and the police are obliged to protect them.
But it was the disruption within the venue, which you pointed out, and it's evidence of the war on conservative speech that's been going on college campuses, is it not, Judge? I mean, these people, these progressives, left-wing liberals, whatever you want to call, they're trying to crack down on speech.
Okay, remember, the Supreme Court has said this many times. The remedy for disruptive speech, the remedy for hateful speech, is not censorship, it's more speech.
Right.
We do have this issue of he rented the space. So he can have his security, or even the Chicago police, toss people who are preventing him from using the space for the purpose for which he rented it. Can't toss them because they wear a Bernie Sanders button. He can't toss them because they hold a sign that says dump Trump. But he can toss them if their behavior is violent, harmful, or disruptive.
Well, they were so disruptive he couldn't even hold a rally in Chicago.
That is a matter of dispute. He says they were so disruptive they couldn't hold the rally. The Secret Service says we'll protect you. The Chicago police said we told them we could protect them. But you make a judgment call in an environment like that. It's a fluid, dynamic environment in which you have to make a judgment call for the safety of the candidate and the maximum safety for the people involved.
Judge, my newspaper, the Wall Street Journal, has a great story on the front page today about the litigiousness of Donald Trump. There's filled with examples, including the case of him against a Miss USA contestant who disparaged his contest on social media. Is this, and now he's talking about suing these protesters, is this a sign of where we're going with the Trump presidency? Are we talking about someone who is going to use the courts very aggressively to get his way?
I hope it's not. And I think that a case like that, a lawsuit against somebody who disrupted a speech in a political environment would be dismissed on a motion. The courts are not going to get involved in something like that. They're going to say, this is a political question. Well, the people will resolve this at the polls.
Even his detractors, even his competitors. Carly Fiorina was on Sunday Morning Futures on Sunday, and she said, look, I'm supporting Ted Cruz, but I have to defend Donald Trump and his supporters for being able to be out there and have a rally. Listen.
Look, they may not like Donald Trump or what he has to say, and they may not like Donald Trump's supporters, but Donald Trump has a right to be there, and Donald Trump's supporters have a right to be there, and these protesters are really abrogating these rally supporters' First Amendment rights. It's a shame.
If there were litigation, the court would want to know what prevented Trump from holding the rally. Was it people physically blocking him? Was it people on the inside where he leased the space? Was it people in the streets where he can't control what happened? Was it the advice of the police? Was it the advice of the Secret Service? Or was it just a gut feeling that now is not the time and place to force this issue? Right. But don't look for litigation to happen.
All right. We'll leave it there. Judge, always great insights from you. Thanks so much.
Pleasure, guys.
Judge Andrew Napolitano there.